I'm Shea Hess, and this week we're making mackerel. First, we stop by Pura Vida fisheries at the Mackerel Park Green Market for a lesson in this tasty, sustainable fish. Then we head over the bridge to the East Village, where Chef Mario Hernandez of Yerba Buena schools us on ceviche. Finally, it's back to Brooklyn to make a local mackerel ceviche so delicious you'll think you're in the tropics. So let's get our feet wet, shall we? Pura Vida Fisheries provides the freshest of fish to New York City area green markets all week long. Thomas Viktorski is here to tell us about the catch of the day.
Yeah, it's always fresh scallops and the calamari, mackerel, bluefish, and the shellfish too, like oysters.
Do you fish most of these?
It's wild, yeah, it's wild fish. It's wild catch. It's kind of family business what I know. My boss have a brother, and they have like 2 boats, so they just go fishing.
They go fishing and then bring it here?
And bring here by truck, like everything is like in the ice, in the cooler, and then we just sail.
This is a mackerel here, right?
Yeah, it's it's a giant actually.
He is huge. Look at this guy.
We have 2 kinds of mackerels, Boston mackerel and Spanish mackerel.
Mackerel is a sustainable seafood according to the Monterey Bay Aquarium Seafood Watch. But if you are pregnant or feeding young children, you should opt for the Boston mackerel due to significantly lower mercury content. Both Spanish and Boston mackerel are renowned for their high level of omega-3s. And you know what else? Mackerel won't break the bank.
It's not really expensive compared striped bass, compare tuna, compare swordfish. Like look, there's striped bass, $20.95.
Yeah, $20 for striped bass.
The mackerel is $11.95. Sometimes we have it $10.95.
Oh, so it's half the price.
It's half the price.
So basically, it's inexpensive.
It's inexpensive.
It's good for you, and it's
good
tasty.
for you. It's tasty. Yeah.
Sounds like the perfect fish. Thanks, Thomas. I'm ready to take this fresh fish and turn it into ceviche. But first, I need a lesson from ceviche expert, Chef Mario Hernandez.
Ceviche is one of the most popular dishes in all Latin America. Every country has some version.
And what goes into a ceviche?
The main ingredient is the fish. It has to be fresh, really fresh fish. This can be mackerel, it can be a snapper, it can be flounder. You have to dice it or slice in a very thin layers. Then you cure it in lemon juice.
And so you said the citrus cures the fish.
Yes.
So it's almost like the citrus is cooking it. So it's technically not raw fish, it just hasn't been exposed to heat.
Yes.
Oh, that's so interesting. How long does it take for that process?
A few minutes is fine.
Just a few minutes?
Yes, a few minutes.
And what do you serve ceviche with?
Tostones, fried plantains.
Oh, I like this.
It can be a cancha, the Peruvian corn. It's really crunchy.
Is ceviche easy to make?
Really easy. Really easy, just a few minutes.
So fast and fresh.
Fast and fresh. The first steps, find the most fresh fish you can find in the market.
How can you tell that the fish is fresh?
First of all, you look into the eyes. It's gonna be clear. You're gonna smell it. It's gonna smell like fish, not like ammonia or bleach. And the flesh has to be firm.
How many pounds of mackerel should I use for one serving?
For one serving, you're gonna use like 5 ounces.
Each one of your mackerel here was about a pound, so
1 pound is enough for 4 people.
for 4 people. Okay, great. If you don't want to go to the trouble of filleting the fish,
You can ask the fish market guy to remove the skin, to fillet for you, even to dice it for you. You're gonna cut a little squares.
okay?
It's really easy thing to do. You're gonna season it with kosher salt.
Okay?
You're gonna add some lemon juice, and add some olive oil, some malagueta vinegar just to give a little crisp in the sauce, cilantro, red onions, fresh horseradish, and of course, the most important thing is the rocoto pepper, which is a Peruvian pepper. Then we're gonna add some Hawaiian sea salt right at the end.
Concha is a Peruvian corn grown at a very high altitude. Mario fries up these starchy kernels in olive oil, tosses them with salt, and adds them to the ceviche for a delicious crunch.
And you can garnish with any kind of herb you like, cilantro, baby watercress.
Baby watercress. Oh, it's beautiful. Should we give this a try?
Sure.
Oh, that's amazing. It's spicy, but it's a sweet spice. It's not too overpowering.
No.
And the fish is fresh and delicious. Oh, I want more. What makes Mario's ceviche special is all those exotic ingredients. So we're gonna make a ceviche that has that same exotic flavor using ingredients you can find at most natural markets. So the first step is to get the crunchy element going. If you can't find the Peruvian corn, Mario suggested making plantain chips. Plantains are like a starchy banana. You wanna make sure you select the green kind because those are best for savory cooking. Our twist is that we're gonna bake them. Here's how. Remove the skin of one plantain and slice it into very thin pieces. It helps to use a mandolin for uniform cuts. Add 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of cumin, 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, and 1 1/2 tablespoons of olive oil. Toss everything together to coat and spread into a single layer on a baking sheet lined with a silicone mat or parchment paper. Bake in a preheated oven at 425 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 to 18 minutes. While those crisp up, it's time to get started on my marinade. I've already juiced 1 lime and 1 small orange, and to that, I'm going to add the juice of 1 Meyer lemon. Now, a Meyer lemon is the color of an orange, but it's shaped like a lemon, and it has a very, very delicate flavor. It's not quite as acidic as a lemon. To that, we're gonna add just a teaspoon of salt, and now about a tablespoon of olive oil. We don't need to add that much because the fish is really fatty. And my secret exotic ingredient, sriracha sauce. This is just an Asian chili and garlic paste. You can find it at Asian supermarkets, but you can also find it at places like your local Whole Foods. So I'm going to add just a teaspoon and a half. But if you're feeling adventurous and want a little extra spice in your life, feel free to add more. So that's it. That's all you need for the marinade. Now it's time to move on to the mackerel. So I have my 1 whole mackerel here that's been cut into 2 fillets, and I've had the skins removed. So all I need to do is remove this rib through the center here because there's some bones left. See? Comes right out. So now all that's left is to cut it into bite-sized pieces. So now our mackerel is set, but no ceviche is complete without onions, peppers, and cilantro. So we're gonna start out with 1 serrano pepper. This is a spicy pepper similar to a jalapeno, and I'm just removing the rib. If you want it a little spicier, keep that rib in there, that's where all the spice lives. Next, 1/4 of a thinly sliced red onion. I'm slicing the onion very thin so that it doesn't overpower the fish, but just gives it a little hint of that flavor. And last but not least, cilantro. No Latin American dish is complete without some cilantro, right? Just get a nice bunch here, and let's chop this up into about a couple tablespoons here. We're ready to add the marinade. All right, so just toss to combine, and that's it. We're only gonna let it hang out for a couple minutes. We're gonna use Mario's quick cure method. It's very authentic, very Peruvian. Some people choose to marinate it for much longer. You can do that, but we have such fresh fish here, why not showcase the flavor? This is all ready to plate up. There we go. Looks beautiful enough to eat. Now I'm gonna make myself a tropical drink and dig in. The best part about ceviche is it's a taste of the tropics no matter where you are. So the next time you need an escape or you just want to impress your friends with a little Latin flavor, whip up some mackerel ceviche. A little rum never hurt anyone either. For more information or today's recipes, visit hungaryinbrooklyn.com.